Good morning, everyone. Hello, Domorelife family. And we probably won't have a lot of people in here for quite some time because, ooh, that's hot. We're supposed to actually do this a little bit later. So, my fault on that, but I have housekeeping coming today. Lots of good stuff to talk to you guys about. Lots of things I want you to know about. Many other details that I feel are important to you. We're going to be talking about friendships. We're going to be talking about relationships. We're going to be talking about friendships abroad. We're going to be talking about expat relationships abroad. We're going to be talking about how to run for cover. And we're going to be talking about red flags. And all of those things are hopefully going to encompass what I assume will be a decent live stream. So I'm starting about 30 minutes early. Don't expect a whole lot of people to get in here first. But I think that as we go through and the the notifications go out, that we will see things happen. Good morning, Mr. Mitch. Good to see you. Good morning, Robert. And Mad Max says he's going to stop by at some point in time, so it's good to see you guys. Also wanted to just give you a quick note, and my moderators can help me out with this later on. To support the channel, we have channel memberships, which offer you some perks. You can check those out. We also accept PayPal contributions. PayPal link is in the description of this video, and I'm sure my moderators will have it up. And there's always super chat. So that's how we keep the channel going, and that's what we're going to do this time. So, hey, Steve, Ken, hope everything is doing well. And there's the PayPal link. Thank you, Robert. As I was speaking of. So, let's get started on a couple things. I've told you guys, what's up, Mango? Good to see you, man. I really want to get started talking about a couple things first, because this is something that what I'm getting ready to talk about is something that never stops. Okay. And that something that never stops is the con man. Which I refer to most commonly as expats. By the way, did I tell you all my tea came in from Chiang Rai? It came in 2 days. I was very happy to have all my tea in. Hey, Gordon, good to see you this morning. Tell Jojo we all said hello. And I'm going to try to tippy-toe around this subject, but then I might just get to the point where I say, hey, I don't give a fuck anymore, and I'm just going to talk. Because the necessity of this live stream that I'm trying, the point that I want to try to get across to you guys is that when you move, a lot of people on here are planning on moving to Thailand or coming over here for a very long stay and that kind of thing. Doesn't matter if you move to Thailand or Egypt, whatever country, it doesn't matter. Okay, I've lived in several. Hey, Todd, good morning. Good to see you, bud. People will fuck you. And I don't mean literally. I mean metaphorically. That is the one thing, the one thing that is constant in being an expat. It is the one thing that always seems to cause me to have, or at least me, to be pessimistic about many, many things, including those whom I choose to engage my time with. Now, I've said before, and I've said again, and I've said many, many times, I am a product of my environment, which basically means the environment here in Asia, or in Thailand, I should say, is a good environment outside of here. The environment that we're talking about specifically in this video is the environment of expat to expat, or expat to Thai girlfriend. That can also be a big bummer as well. As many of you know, I had a girl that was promising me she was going to come see me and all this stuff and was going to do all this, and then I got hit with the 20,000 baht bill for that to happen, and that, of course, that didn't get paid. Hey, Roger, good to see you this morning, bud. I was just, I don't want to say disgusted, but I was very unhappy with the situation. And I was unhappy with the situation because I kind of let it happen to me in the Philippines as well. The difference there was the girl that I was dating at the time in the Philippines. She didn't try to destroy my life until after I left. And the girl here is not trying to destroy my life. She's just trying to make hers prosper. But you can't blame her for that, right? And I'm kind of skipping around here, guys, because I'm giving people time to come in because people are used to the 9:15 start and all that stuff. I'm gonna get into the nitty gritty here shortly, and I want to hear what you guys have to say, and so we can talk about it. But here's the thing: there has been one expat that I have met the entire 3 years and 2 or 3 months I've been traveling. That includes the Philippines and Thailand. That I trust. That I would look like I would give him my bank account number if he needed it. For whatever reason. That I trust. One expat. One. Some of the expats that I know now, I just haven't known long enough to decide whether or not they're completely trustworthy. Eddie, what's up, man? Good to see you. And then you have the ones that put the con on in front of you. I found that here's what I've really found is that the people that claim to the expats that claim to be filthy rich or the expats that claim to have tons and tons of money, most of the time they don't. Or if they do, they really don't give a shit. They really don't give a shit about anything. It's hard to find somebody to and fortunately I found one, but it's hard to find somebody to connect with you. And Todd says I wouldn't expect any less from you. It's hard to find somebody to connect with you, right? At when they've already achieved what they wanted to achieve in life. They want to go on and live their life and be happy. And who could blame them? I mean, who could blame them? For wanting to go on and live their life. And I find that support from the expat community. Hey, Jose, good to see you, bud. Support from the expat community tends to come from people that you would least likely expect. Like, let me give it an example. I don't know much about Roger McGee. I love Roger McGee because he's been a part of this channel for so long. But Roger is one of those people, I've never heard him talk about money, but he supports his channel. Just about every time we have a live chat, he's usually chipping in at some point. The same goes for people like Rupert when he stops by. Never met Rupert, rarely even have any communication with him, but he contributes to the channel when he stops by. There's some other people. Lee, he contributes when he stops by most of the time. These are people that I've never met face to face or that I've never had an online conversation with. Okay, well, with the exception of Roger, I have had online conversations with Roger. You see, about 3 months ago, I decided out of my own pocket to help another expat that needed $65. They needed $65. And according to them, it was to purchase something very important that they needed to stay healthy. So I had no problem forking over that $65 because I knew this person would pay me back. Now, I generally have a rule when it comes to lending people money. Okay. So when I lend people money, I don't expect anything in return. But this situation had happened once before and it was paid back no problem. So I had the trust in the guy. Well, I let him borrow the $65 and he's gone. There's no mention of him on Facebook. There's no mention of him on immediately after that happened. Either his account miraculously closed down, or he blocked me. One of the two. I don't know which one happened, and I'm not even sure I could call him an expat yet, because I'm not sure of his travel experience. But the thing about it is I'm going to say it again. People will fuck you, metaphorically. A lot of people do it because they can. Some people do it just because they don't care. And other people do it because it's fun. They find some kind of narcissistic, possibly sociopathic delight in watching you suffer while they prosper. And what's up, Soy Dog Cowboy? Never lend money. If you do, think of it as a gift. Yep, I told myself that many times. Many times, I've told myself, if I can't afford to lend the money out to somebody, then I don't expect to get it back. You know what I mean? And yeah, you're right. If you get it back, great. The thing about it is it's not really the money that hurts me right now, because we're doing okay. We're doing okay as a channel. We're doing okay. Next weekend's a 4-day weekend, guys. I'm going traveling for sure. Absolutely, 100%. You're going to get some content. Depending on what our totals are this weekend. As far as I know, Mike and I are still doing a live stream tomorrow. He's been busy this week, and I haven't had a lot of chance to talk to him, but hopefully I'll get to see him or talk to him tonight. And whatever the grand total is this weekend on that, yeah, the Ralph, exactly. Never lend money you can't afford to lose. I agree 100%. I agree with you. You guys are correct, 100% correct. And I wouldn't say anything to dispute that. You're 100% correct, and I knew that. But because of the background I have with this person, I thought that would be okay. And again, it's not so much about the money; it's about the principle. Neither a borrower nor a lender be Shakespeare. That's a good one, Gordon. It's just I'm telling you this story because it adds to the message of you have to be extraordinarily careful. Trucker B says $65 to figure someone out is a cheap price. That's true. You'll never have a problem with them again. That's also true. I believe that 100%. Trucker B, good comment. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not really setting a goal for today on contributions or on likes, but I would like to see a bunch of likes. That would be really nice on this, so that the YouTube algorithm would catch it and push it out, so that other expats know that there are a lot of pieces of shit floating around in the world, abroad, and floating around in the world of just expats in general. So my new solution is going to be finding people that are, with the exception of the one expat that I trust, is going to be finding more Thai people. finding more Thai people and learning how to trust them, learning how their culture works, because their culture is one of the most pleasant cultures I've ever seen or been a part of in my life, and I really appreciate that. Doorman says, with my name, it would be hard to hide from anyone. That's true. What's up, Cody? Good morning, man. Good to see you. I hope the hurricane didn't get you too bad down there, brother. Addie says, when you use ATM and get your money out, punch in false number after get money out. Thus, false number last punch in protects ATM scammer. I think that's reasonable. Cody says, I'm driving, so listening to y'all just thumb back my photo up like I'm here. I hear you, man. Mr. Mitch, yeah, drive safe. Montelli, what's up, man? Sounds like I should have been here for the start of that story. Well, you can always go back and listen to it. We're only 15 minutes in. But the point of the matter, no, excuse me. There are two expats I have met that I would trust with anything, and that's one of them, Steve Montelli. I take that back. So, two expats that I met that I would trust with anything. Steve and I talk a lot about, well, not a lot, but we talk behind the scenes. We also met in person several times and had some nice long conversations and really understand each other. It's hard to find someone that holds themselves accountable like you do. Good evening, New York, Frank. Wishing you all the best, my good friend, and hope you are doing well. I really, really, really hope you good well. That's three expats. Sorry. But I definitely trust Frank, and there's a reason for that. I trust him. So we got Frank Montelli and one more. And that's been 3 years of collective going through expats that I met and that I tried to trust and then always get burnt in the end. It's like when you have, me personally, I would go out of my way, no questions asked, to help someone that I called a friend or that I called a buddy or even an acquaintance. I would go out of my way to help them if they needed something. If they needed a skill that I had, I would do whatever I could to help them. Granted, I would have to do it on my time, but I would do whatever I could do to help them. And there are people that present themselves that way to you and will present themselves that way to you. And it's not going to turn out with you're not going to have a happy ending, guys. I've always talked about taking the mask off. When you first meet somebody, it takes a while for that mask to fall off because you're meeting their representative. You're not actually meeting the person, right? And the truth is subject to revision. I'm going to say that again, then I'm going to explain it. The truth is subject to revision. Okay? Let me explain. 5,000 years ago, everybody knew the sun was the center of the universe. Everybody knew that 5,000 years ago. Today we know it's not true. 500 years ago, everybody knew the earth was flat. Everybody knew the earth was flat. You would fall off the end. And 5 minutes ago, you had no idea that the truth could be fluid. So when I say the truth, the truth can change. The truth can change. And the truth about people change more than the truth about life itself. Because when you put characters in your life that have ulterior motives, it's a bad choice. when you, I feel like this is not a political statement. This is just an example. Okay. This is just an example. I'm just using an example right here. The current president of the United States says that everything's going to be built in America, everything's going to come out of America, and they're no longer going to be, yeah, Todd, it's not flat, and that they're no longer going to be reliant on, China for everything, right? So it's the same purpose. It's the same thing I hope you do with your life. Gordon said fishermen knew the earth was round, but they were dumb fishermen. The point of the matter is the point I'm trying to make is what you think may be the truth for somebody else right now at this very moment could be fluid, and it could change, and it could change in a moment's notice. Because if you're around somebody that gets a better opportunity, or that gets a quote unquote, I don't know, better shot at life than you, do you honestly think that they're going to stand by and continue to help you as a person? There are a few of them that will, but not many. Not many at all. Hey, Alan, good morning. What's up, Jeremy? I got a. That's good, man. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's a good one. I'm going to delete that for a second because it has both keywords in it, but I understand that one. That's a that's a good thing, man. And if you're a member, if you're a channel member, you will know exactly what Alan is talking about. So I encourage you to join up to the Domorelife community and family. Montelli says, not to change the subject, but did you ever ask yourself what's on the bottom of the flat earth? No, I didn't. I'm not a flat earther. But anyway, I see that Cody finally joined. Yes, he did. He finally joined. He definitely finally joined. And as we start to move into 9:15, I'm kind of going to bounce off this subject a little bit. But here's the main scope. The main scope. You are responsible for yourself. Nobody else. This is what I was talking about with America and China being dependent on China, right? No, it's a great idea not to be dependent on other countries. It's also a great idea not to be dependent on other people for anything. There are cases in life where you will have to reach out for support from somebody else. You may or may not get that support. There will be times in your life, everybody, including me, including myself, is going to let you down at some point. I just say everybody's going to let you down at some point. There's been people that I love and respect dearly that are on this channel that come in here and they want to chat early in the mornings while I'm getting ready for work, and I just don't have time. And I don't want to be rude to them. I don't want to be rude and say that, but sometimes I just have to stop typing because I don't have time. I get it. Because my job has to come first. I've got to have a visa to live here, and I got to have the money. You were talking about personal responsibility, dude. We don't talk about any of that shit on here, dude. I'm not even gonna remove your comment. I'm just hiding you as a user forever because we don't talk about any of that political stuff. None of it. Kevin Coe said, I heard that Thailand does not welcome expats. What is that all about? And what is your opinion on the subject? I'm Thai and I welcome foreigners. I have personally had nothing but welcoming experiences here. There's never been a case where Thai immigration, Thai police, Thai people were collectively come around and try to make me feel like an outsider. That just doesn't happen. Thai people are some of the most inclusive people that I know of. Thai people have said and done some things that no American would probably do or do for me, and I am very, very grateful for that. I'm extraordinarily happy to be here in Thailand, and I think Thailand is like any other nation. Okay, some people don't like foreigners, some people do, but for the most part, I've had a pleasant experience here. I mean, I've stayed here longer than I stayed in the Philippines or anywhere else, and part of the reason of that is because the Thailand people are just the Thais are so nice. Alan says, I like the fact that you had Joanna on your video as a female expat. Will you have her on again? Absolutely. I almost caught her and wanted to try to get her on today, but what I'm going to do is try to get her on next week because I'm definitely going to go to Pattaya at some point, at least so I can bring you guys some up-to-date video on the city and the management of the city and what the city looks like, and not just a bunch of girls running around in G-strings. Hopefully I can bring you some valuable information, let's call it that. I also have a photo shoot planned in well, it's not a photo shoot per se, because photography is one of the jobs you can't do over here as a foreigner, but I have a person that I'm going to take some pictures of, and for the purposes of thumbnails on YouTube videos. So we'll see how that goes. Michael, what's up, man? And show the good food you will be eating. I would definitely show you some food for sure. I will, Gordon. I will definitely let you know. I'm coming this coming weekend. I don't know if it'll be a Thursday and Friday and Saturday, whatever. All right, Doorman. Sorry you're out, bud, but hope I didn't say anything to offend you. I have a tendency to do that, but take care of yourself, brother, and I'll catch you on the next one. Rupert, I have never been to the Philippines. How does it compare to Thailand? Is it worth visiting on holiday? Yeah, it's worth the visit. It's worth the visit. Oh, Doorman says shower. Got you, man. Okay, good. Good. Feel free to come back if you so desire, my friend. But thanks for stopping by nonetheless. Rupert, I would go to the Philippines on a holiday. There's some beautiful country once you get out into onto the island of Palawan. Then you can go to Coron and El Nido, and you can get all out there. You can go to Bayadin, which is, I think, is the name, the way you pronounce it. That's that's where I took the picture of Caswan Falls, which is the avatar you see for this channel. And it would be great to go there on a vacation. I would go back there on a vacation for sure. Alan says, talking about Joanna. Yeah, I'm going to have her back on the show at some point. Maybe when I'm in Pattaya, if I'm there on a Saturday or Sunday, then we can do a live stream and she'll just be there. So anyway, long story short is trim the fat, cut the people out of your life that you don't need that you don't need to be a part of your life, because those people are eventually just dead weight. They're just dead weight. I told the story before about the guy that's almost dead and you're hooked to him via a cord and you're floating in the middle of an ocean and he's not going to make it. He's not going to make it. And he slips out of his life vest. You can't get him back in it, but you hang on to him for dear life because you love him and because you want to do the right thing, you want to keep that person alive, but at some point you understand that in order for you to survive, you got to let go. You got to let go. And I think it's extraordinarily important to be able and to be proud enough to walk away. Just walk away. There is John Spike Explorers, and he says, "What's up, guys? How y'all doing tonight? We are great. Good to see you in the chat. Good to see you in the chat." And that's why I named the title of this live stream, which is probably not going to get many views. Because when you talk about real stuff, when you talk about stuff that really matters, you find out that the vast majority of people don't want to listen. They don't want to listen. Thank you for putting up the PayPal link, Robert. I greatly appreciate that. And we'll get into that in just a second. So what I would like to do over the weekend is to see what we can rack up for just a final rack of recording cash, and hopefully I can say I can stay at a nicer place for you guys and show you some of the upgraded spots you can stay in, and show you some of the upgraded things that are happening in and around Pattaya. I'm not saying that I'll stay in Pattaya all weekend, but I may. I don't know. If there's stuff to record that's pertinent and relevant, then I'll probably stay there. There'll probably be some random live streams, and I'm very much looking forward to that. Frank says, if you can count 5 people in your life that you can be 100% yourself, you're lucky. You are 100% correct, Frank. You are 100%. Frank's saying if there's 5 people in your life that you can be 100% yourself around, you're a lucky person. And that is so true. So true. Kevin says, you should do more interview and female expat or expat female teacher. Well, the girl that I'm going to take some photos of is also a expat teacher. She's actually Filipino. I met her in the Philippines. I've taken pictures of her before. She's on my Instagram. She is a beautiful young lady, and she's also a beautiful human being. So I plan to I want to try to get her on an interview as soon as possible, because she wants to start a vlogging channel. And I told her I would gladly sit down and give her some basics on what I did and what I would do different if I didn't have, if I had to do all over again. So you guys be sure to smash that like button for me. I would greatly appreciate it. And as you do that, I'm going to get another cup of tea. Please leave some comments while I'm over here getting another cup of tea, because this tea is absolutely phenomenal. If you guys don't know, I'll give you the name of the place. It's in Chiang Rai, and if you go to, you can actually order this stuff online, like use the Line app. What I did was I went to the store itself on their online section, and then I ordered the tea via that application, and it seemed to work very well, because I got it within 2 days. I was awesome, and it was great. John says, my channel is stuck, but I love creating videos. You know what, man? Keep pumping them out. Eventually, one of them will hit. The algorithm will take off, and you will be like, wow, this is so cool. That's what I did. That's what most people I know do. I was fortunate enough in November of 2018 to have a video go viral, and just in the AdSense in the following month was $2,700 between AdSense and Super Chat. So that was back in the day when I was buying equipment a lot. Now we have the equipment. Everything that comes in now goes towards the channel fund, which includes if I need equipment, and also the traveling that's getting ready to come up. I'm a full-time teacher. I don't get to travel a lot, but I think that's going to change too. I'm very excited about the housekeepers coming over today and cleaning this place up, because I am now going to get to know some Thai people. Roger says South Korea is one of the countries that they are going to let in to Phuket on the safe and sealed. South Korea is letting Americans in, any expats trying to get through in Korea. I had not heard that, but I did read a safe and sealed from Singapore this morning. So if you're trying to get into Thailand, you could possibly do that through Singapore, is my understanding. John says, thanks, bro. I appreciate it. I got one video that has 3,000 views, but it's an older vid. I edit much better now, man. I have a video that's got like 100 or 250,000 views, something like that, and I literally stood outside in Bambang in the Philippines, up in the Wave of Vizcaya, and talked to the camera for about 9 minutes, and it took it like 6 months to take off. The video that I made that's got 2.6 million views, I just sat down in front of my bed with my wardrobe behind me and just talked about what not to do in Pattaya as a male expat. 2.6 million views. I mean, you just never know what's going to hit the algorithm. If you guys are enjoying this content, I know the first part has been a little down, a little slumpy, but please consider at least giving a thumbs up. That would be great. Hitting that like button for me, I would greatly appreciate it. As far as I know, Roger, that was the I got from the Pattaya News this morning, and that's what I read, but I can't be 100% certain on that. It's a very easy find for sure. John Spikes Explorer says, cool, man. I noticed that too. It takes a while for it to take off. Awesome, man. Yeah, it just keep making videos that are fun for you. Worry about your audience later. Montelli says, do you think an American can get in yet? Again, I didn't get to do a deep dive into it this morning. I wish I could have, but I didn't get a deep dive. John says, yes. Why don't we just look at the article and I'll tell you. They have it. They do have Thai Tourism Authority announces expat travel deals 2020 starting in mid-September. But these are mostly domestic packages, I think. And I'll read these for you if I can ever get out all these ads. They come up every time I try to do anything. The Tourism Authority of Thailand is organizing the Expat Travel Deal 2020 to offer domestic tourism promotions for expatriate residents to encourage them to travel more domestically and enjoy Thailand's many attractions. The event will take place from 11 to the 13th of September 2020 from 10 to 2200 hours at the Quartier Gallery, M Quartier Shopping Mall in Bangkok. The event is free for interested persons. Thailand has a large expat population, many of whom have strong links with the kingdom and who express great love for Thailand and its people. The Tourism Authority and our strategic partners would like to encourage expats to travel further afield and discover some of the amazing Thailand experiences that can be enjoyed at every corner. So that doesn't really break down, but the part you guys were asking about was the They're really doing some debating here. One of the highlights is tourism debate escalates behind closed doors in Thailand as tourism officials and leading doctors debate for and against allowing tourists in. They're still talking about the Phuket model. Let's see here. Dozens of homeless. Talking about online gambling. Okay, here it is. Singapore and Thailand are in talks to form reciprocal business travel green lane. So that's what it is. So it'll be business travel green lane. So they're calling them green lanes now. Hey, Travel TV, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Yeah, I know you're going insane, Montelli. Sitting in America, I would be going insane myself. Singapore and Thailand have agreed to expedite discussions over setting up a green lane for business travel between the two countries, said Singapore's Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The productive talk was part of the Singapore-Thailand political constellation meetings and co-chaired by all these people. The proposal was introduced in early on. Here's the arrangement will allow travel for business and official purposes between the two countries. Those who are eligible will have to abide by Singapore's health measures. So in other words, you would have to, you go in Singapore, do the Q thing, and then come here and do the Q thing. There's just too much. There's too much. I see too much. I see too many problems with that myself. I don't think that's going to be a good one. Michael says, gave you a thumbs up. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. We're at 24. I'd like to see 50, but that would be nice. But, whatever. Roy says, think there's going to be only countries with allowed to enter Phuket as a start. I think you're probably right, Roy. I think you're probably right. I think that they're going to look at different ways to do different things here in the kingdom, and I think that I just don't know. I don't know when the point of Thailand's economy is going to take enough of a hit, or if they're going to borrow enough money to keep this closure closed. I just don't know how long it can last. The country's got to make money. Alpha King Body says, just tuned in. Title intrigued me. What is today's topic? Well, the title was covered in the first, I'd say, 30 minutes of the video. So you might want to go back and watch that. We were talking about, don't be scared to walk away. This is not political in any form or fashion. We were talking about from people that are manipulative and that are people that walk around with a mask on their face, people that walk around claiming to be your best buddy, and then when you need them for something, they don't show up. So we discussed that at length, and because we've already discussed it at length, I don't want to go back into it. So I hope you can respect that, Alpha, sir. I'm not trying to avoid your question in any way, form, or fashion. I need sugar, and that means Coca-Cola time. So I have been on, a lot of you guys were like, Jeremy, you need to stop drinking so much sugar. You're 100% right. I spent 700 baht less this week on soda and sugary drinks than I have in recent months, because I've been drinking tea all day, every day. And I've been using sativa, whatever that stuff is. It's pretty good. Gordon, that thing in quotes, I'm going to remove that comment, but you have a good point. You make probably one of the best points about opening and closing them, because if it, and everybody knows what I mean by it, if it garners, or if it if it rises again, then, you know, I don't know what Thailand will do. I really don't. I don't know. With the measures they took from round one, which were extreme but great. I mean, this is number one in the world. This country's number one in the world in terms of it. So I just don't know how much more extreme you can get without losing everything. Alpha says, I know the struggle. I had a sweet tooth. Honestly, if you go completely cold turkey after about a week of torture, you are completely free to the addiction. That's what I've heard, man. But I'm a school teacher. Alpha, I don't know. I've never seen you before on here. I assume this is your first time. I'm a school teacher here. So like I get about halfway through the day and I'm in that. It's almost like I have to have one Coke or something, or a sweet tea of some kind, because it's hard, man. You're right. You're right, because my dad did the same thing. He went on a keto diet, and he didn't just do like a keto, like a little bit, like he went head on into it. And he said that the sugar torture was the worst part of it. So I agree. Montelli says, quit eating sugar. It will kill you. Steva is fine. Fine, Montelli. I'm working on it. Okay? I'm working on it. Alpha says, only problem with Steva is the sweet taste keeps your brain craving sugar. You got a point there. And also with that stuff, it leaves a really weird aftertaste in your mouth too. Like if you don't drink it hot, it's like it tastes funny cold. I don't know. It's like it sticks. It's blah, blah, blah. Travel TV says, I think it is here to stay. Boy, I hope not, buddy. I hope not, man. And you're still in America, right? So I know that you are hoping it's not there to stay for sure. Coffee black strong, says Montelli. I can't drink black coffee, man. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I got to have something to give it some flavor. I haven't found a black coffee yet, other than I have a ginger tea that I purchased, which is ginger and black tea. Very good here. Yep, you are still in America, says Travel TV. So I know you're hoping that at some point somebody gets some kind of relaxation somewhere, unless you get back out of there, because by now you've had to have worked enough to save up enough money to come back. It's just a matter of getting you back over here. Rory Gold said, I am the same Steve. The same Steve. I don't get it. Travel TV says, yep. I am the same Steve. That's very interesting. I don't know which Steve he's talking about. Are you saying you are Montelli? Is that what you're saying? Oh, no. He's saying I am the same Steve. Coffee black strong. Got you. I get it. It takes me a little bit. I'm kind of slow, but I get it. Yeah, he likes black coffee. I like that. Hey, Alpha Kennedy, buddy. Thank you very much for subscribing. Not subscribing, but for becoming a channel member. That's awesome, man. Welcome aboard. Very nice to have you. And feel free to go check out all the good stuff that you now have access to. You can find your stuff under the community tab, and you can also find it under members only videos. So great to have you aboard. Thank you very much for coming on. Kevin says, Thai black coffee, please. You know, that Thailand does make some black coffee. That's what I was saying right here. Let me get hang on, let me see. Let me get my coffee stuff out here. This is not coffee, this is tea, but I got this stuff called Gabaron, which is supposed to release GABA in your brain. If you don't know what GABA is, it's a chemical that is accepted by the receptors that are made to keep you calm. That's the natural sweetness stevia stuff that I got to keep it sweet. This has a lot of caffeine in it, so I drink it during the day and I have to be careful. This is peppermint and green tea, and it's all like you got to boil it. It's all there's no bags in here. There's just one bag, and then everything is like it's just coffee. I mean, just tea leaves inside. And then I got this, which has been super helpful for my tummy. This is ginger and the black tea. So I like the black tea. I think it's very good. This has no caffeine in it, so that's even better for my little blood pressure problem, hypertension problem I have. Louis, hey JC, what is your opinion on the new Phuket model? I think it's a good try. I think it's Thai immigration trying to come together and do something to restart tourism in Thailand. I don't know that it's going to work, but it's a good try. They're making an effort, and that's really all you can ask for right now. Roy says, for me, I realize that as I grow older, not having sugar is one of the best things you can do for your health. Sugar free, yeah, 100%, man. Sugar. I've watched doctors on TV say sugar is poison. I'm just learning. I'm doing one, maybe two of these little Cokes today, where I used to do 10. So it's kind of a wean off process. Alpha says, happy to be on board, man. We're happy to have you. We really are. I love having new channel members. You do what? What's up? Oh, I miss John's. I love coffee too. I love coffee, but I like tea better for some reason. I don't know why. I guess just more stuff. Hugh White says, after one sip of black coffee, slap yourself to unclench your jaw. Yep, that'll do. I hear you, buddy. I agree with you, man. Does 100%. There have been people that have got rid of tumors by fasting. That I've read some of that stuff. I've seen some videos on that stuff, and I watched a lady that had brain cancer. A video on her. She had not brain cancer, breast cancer, and she chose not to go with any treatment at all. She said she would do it all herself. What did she do? She went on a keto diet, and she also cut anything that could become sugar out of her body. And she literally recovered from breast cancer, full recovery, no tumor, just by eating, just by changing the way she eats and drinks. Wow, it's amazing. Hey, Bob, good to see you this morning, sir. I hope you are having a wonderful Saturday or Friday morning, Friday night probably for you. Dennis M says, hey Jeremy, I missed coffee in Thailand. There is some good coffee in Thailand. Don't get me wrong. I like coffee in Thailand. I just can't handle a lot of caffeine. And most of the coffee over here is heavily caffeinated. Even the tea is heavily caffeinated. Alpha says, Domorelife, just call me Alpha. Okay, cool. If you must say my full username, YouTube might think you are saying a bad word. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I just said it real fast in my brain. I got you. So we'll say Alpha. Good one, man. Robert says, I usually have to have sugar in my coffee, but Thai black coffee is good. I have to try some Thai black coffee one time. That's Thai black tea. I don't know, it's not coffee, it's tea, but I'll give it a shot. Give it a shot. Gordon says, what are your feelings on medical bud in Thailand? I think that they could make that. I just read an article where Thailand has produced its own oil, and they're going to be using that now. You can also get the non, God, I can't really talk about it on here. You can get the non version of that now. And I hear it to be very effective. I think it could bring a lot of people into Thailand, and I think it can provide a lot of tourism dollars when coming in here. But they're still arresting people for manufacturing that. I just read yesterday. So if you can't get it from if you cannot get it from a doctor, I know in certain cases you can already get both kinds of oil from a doctor. So if you can't get it from a doctor, you probably don't want to try. Travel TV says, I'm from Atlanta. I love Coke. Pepsi is okay. No Pepsi is never okay. I hear you, brother. Yeah, Atlanta. Coke has always been my favorite over Pepsi. I don't know why. I just like Coke better. Louis says, I know once you get some new information on that Phuket model, you'll relate it to it. I will. I'm just really curious on how the government is going to do the visa. We're all dying to get back to Thailand. I know you are. It's my understanding that it's like a package. This is my understanding. I could be wrong. Please feel free to say something different. The package is 30 days with 14 of those in queue. And somebody from either the Ministry of Foreign Affairs or the Thailand Tourism Authority, I can't remember which department it was from, but they said that was just not going to work. You're not going to expect somebody to come and spend half their vacation in queue. So at least they decided that. I do know that, and that was on the Phuket model. Tim says, okay, so I'm ticked off. I am still here, not there. Hey, Jeremy, how are you, bro? I'm good, Tim. I'm sorry, man. I really am. I thought by now, I thought by now you would be able to come back to Thailand, and with an abundance of caution, but I thought you would be able to, really. Good point, Gordon. Good point. Robert says, I have a lot of Thai coffee beans here in America. There you go. You better make you some coffee. John says, he's talking to Travel TV. I used to drink soft drinks. All I drink now is coffee, water, tea. I do plan to come down to Atlanta to do some filming soon. Explore down there. That'll be cool. Urban. Hey, JC. What's up, man? How are you? Explorers. It's a great town. I've been to Atlanta. If you go back, if you're a Facebook friend of mine, you can see pictures from my Atlanta trip. I actually flew to Atlanta in a Cessna 172, and it was pretty cool. Urban says, Prince, I'm working in another channel right now. Oh, Prince, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Alpha says, the conspiracy theorist in me thinks all this crazy stuff in the world will disappear. I'm gonna give a second for everybody to read that, and then I'm gonna remove your comment. But Robert's already done it. That's just because YouTube, they look out for these keywords and key phrases, and they will demonetize you in a second. They have made it very clear that you are not allowed to have an opinion on these matters. So we use a lot of code words, and we talk enough that we kind of get to know each other a little bit. So, guys, if you're enjoying this, we're almost at the hour mark. Please hit the thumbs up button. I would be super, super, super grateful. Tim says, I've been to the airport in Atlanta. I have too. Hartsfield Jackson Airport is I don't know if you guys know this, is the busiest airport in the world when everything's operating normally. John says, Travel TV, looking forward to it. I'm around the Charlotte area. Hey, that's where I'm from, John. Tim says, Alpha, you're not alone, brother. Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, John, Atlanta's just down 85. Just get on 85 and go south till you get to Atlanta. Pretty simple. Travel TV says, I'm stuck in Jacksonville now. Not a great town. Tim says, the world or America? No, the world. Hartsfield Jackson Airport in Atlanta is the busiest airport in the world when things are functioning normally. That's in the entire world. It even beats Heathrow. Gordon says, hard to believe the whole world would punish itself over. Yeah, you know, it is what it is, brother. It is what it is. Somebody's laughing. Tim said, wow. Yeah. You wouldn't think it because unless you go there. I went there on a trip. For those of you that don't know, I started in photography with aviation photography. And by the way, Alpha, don't feel like you're being singled out or anything, bro, because you can still comment. We just have to keep check on the comments. That's the hardest part. Don't take it personally. But when you go there and you see how many planes fly through there, Atlanta's one of the few, but there are many airports all over the world that can accommodate the A380 and the new 777X, or if it ever goes into production. Those two have longer wingspans than most airports. Wish there was a rival platform. So do I, Alpha. So do I. I'm thinking about branching out. There's definitely going to be a website, and then maybe hopping over to BitChute or something like that. What's up, Filipino TV? Good to see you, bro. Thanks for dropping by, man. Tim said, I worked at an FBO, had a lot of fun. I bet you did. My friend, who is now a commercial pilot, started at an FBO there at Charlotte Douglas. So I'm familiar with the FBO. Alpha says, no competition means they have too much control. Absolutely. That's why I love competition, because it creates innovation. It creates, it cuts cost, because people are going to want to figure out how to do what you're doing cheaper. And I also think that, it is what it is. And competition is a good thing. Competition is a very good thing. If you don't believe me, look in the medical field right now. It's a good thing. John says, JC, me and a friend recorded a abandoned plane in western North Carolina. It was a Cessna too. You can find a lot of abandoned planes in western North Carolina, up around Asheville and down in that area, close to the Tennessee border. You can find a lot, because that's a lot of them have crashed. A lot of them just been abandoned because of the mountains up there. So you can find a lot of those things around there. Alpha says, I've always thought if there was a platform where the ad revenue was shared between viewers and creators, it would blow up 100%. I agree. Alpha says, imagine the consumers would want to watch more and the creators then would earn more as well. Yeah, it's really been devastating as a creator to watch your monthly AdSense go from, around $1,200 to 200. It's really been devastating, and I don't mind admitting that. As you know, some people are like, oh, his channel's failing, he's lost thousands of subscribers. I haven't lost. I don't think I've lost any subscribers. I'm still at 27.7. I don't mind telling you it's a rough time, because any YouTuber in their right mind will tell you right now that it's a tough time, especially when it comes to having a travel channel when you can't travel, or having a travel channel and no longer being able to afford to travel like you did because the AdSense revenue isn't there. That's why we created the PayPal channel fund and the channel memberships and all that stuff. We try to do $100 on Saturday and $100 on Sunday, if possible, via PayPal or Super Chat, whatever. And try to get the money in that way. It really helps with being able to travel to these places and do these things. But there's going to come a point in time where either this is going to end, like it's just going to be live streams and never any videos, or I don't know. I have to see. I don't know what I can do, because I work 45 hours a week. Comments on that. John says, JC, yes, sadly, both guys didn't make it. Oh, that's bad. Tim says, most creators have regular jobs. I do indeed. And John is agreeing with Tim. He says, yeah, same here. I work 50 hours a week driving a truck. Ooh. Travel TV says, I don't think most YouTubers are in it for the money. The money's nice, but you spend more on equipment. Well, I'm in it for what it can do for me, my life, and what it can do for you and your life. And I make no bones about it. It takes money to be able to do these things. So I have no problem saying, yeah, I'm in it for the money. I like having a secondary stream of income. I'm not talking about travel fund, not talking about community contributions, not talking about any of that stuff. I'm talking about the AdSense and anything that comes in off of that. Channel memberships. That's what I'm talking about. I don't mind admitting that. Darren says, what is your opinion on future airfares, higher or lower than before? That is the $1 million question, Darren. I just don't know. I simply don't know. I think in the beginning, when countries start to reopen the borders, I really, really, really feel like airfares will be lower to entice people, and then they're probably going to go through the roof. That's just my personal feeling. Montelli says YouTube bucks cannot be depended on. That's for sure, and I know 100%. John is talking to Travel TV, says that is true, but it can open doors. First, you got to love what you do, then everything else falls in place, and that's 100% correct, which is a big thing. When I don't do what I absolutely love every day of the week. What I love to do is travel and record and edit and produce, and I love doing live streams. I love doing live streams and talking to you guys. It's awesome. And you're right. You got to love what you do, but everything else, let everything else fall in place. Tim says, now, if you just wanted to start a channel to like keep up with family and such, just put a video on YouTube. How much is that? I don't understand the question. How much is that? YouTube doesn't charge you anything to create an account or put videos up. If that's what you're asking. Might need to clarify that for me, Tim. Travel TV says, unless you had like a million people following you. Yeah. Alpha says, membership price alone was worth it just to see you in that Pikachu cap. Yeah, that was welcome to my life. John says, Travel TV, that would be nice, right? Yep, real nice. JC hoping to start streaming soon. You will be able to. You'll be able to. And it's fun. And it takes a little bit of getting used to streaming and coming out with certain things, because we used to do on this channel where we would have monetary challenges, like one of the moderators or one of the people in the chat would come out with a challenge, like for every $30 in Jeremy's PayPal, I'll put another 30 or something like that. And that's how we went for a while. And we lost, well, we didn't, I don't know if we lost them or not, but we see people that are, or I see that people are no longer here that do that. And when we do have someone who does that, we tend to have a very profitable week. So it's I don't know. I've seen it change a lot. I really have. Let's see. Where was I at? Okay, that was what I was asking Tim. Okay, good. Tim says, I remember those. Yep, the challenges, they were fun. They were fun because you would have people throwing in $10, $10. If there's, I'll put it to you this way. This is how simple, this is how, if you want to grow a YouTube channel, there's two things you need: money and good content. Because sharing a video to your social media costs you nothing, but you can't share just any video to your personal social media, because you got to make sure the people that follow you on social media are okay with the content that was given, right? So if you get a good video, share it. Like, I'm going to encourage you to share this video with people. That costs you nothing. The other thing you got to have is money for the channel. And the way we normally do that, like I'm looking right now, we have 43 people watching. Let's just say that 40 of those people contributed $5 to PayPal. Okay, so that's $200 right there. $200. That's a complete weekend stay just about anywhere in Thailand for the most part. And that's how simple it is, and that's how sometimes I wish it would go. I'm not one of those people that sit up here and beg for money, but I also am one of those, I'm realistic. It takes money to do these things, and a school teacher salary definitely will not do it, I promise. Tim says, I remember, yep, got that. Joel says Joe Rogan is hurting, LOL. And we get the first PayPal of the day, which I very, very much appreciate it. Thank you so much, One Hungry Traveler. There's 25 down. That is awesome. Thank you. One Hungry Traveler. 25 is a great start. Great start. 25 is a great start. There's the PayPal link Robert put up. If any more of you guys are interested in contributing, because what I'm going to do is take last weekend's money. We had a good weekend last weekend, and then this weekend's cash, and take it from the travel fund and pay for the hotels, transportation, and if I do a restaurant review, then I'll pay for the food with it. If I do, that's how I use it for the travel fund. If you're new here and you don't know me, you're probably like, this guy's just trying to get money and blah, 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 blah. But trust me, guys, I don't spend the travel fund unless it goes to something to do with travel. So anyway, feel free to explore that option contribution if you'd like. If not, it's no problem. I'm just as happy sitting here talking to you as I would be any other time. But I do thank One Hungry Traveler a whole bunch because he has been supporting um, this channel with $25 and $50 contributions. Sorry, that was tea leaf. For a long time, and I really, really, really genuinely appreciate that. I think that travel coming up is going to be awesome because I'm actually going to have 4 days, like 4 days. Montelli, why are you going live in 30 minutes? Oh, I'm just kidding. It's all good. I'm going to have 4 days to get everything set. What I will likely do is either leave Thursday night and be in Pattaya on Saturday or Friday morning, or I will leave early Friday morning and have Friday and maybe Saturday, and then come back and work on a few places here in Bangkok to record, and also record a members only video. You guys get 1 or 2 of those a month. And all that good stuff. Montella says depends on when you get done. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I'll be done probably around 10:30 because I got the housekeeping coming, and I'm excited about that. Joel says, what are job possibilities like when you have a master's in education from USA with teaching experience in Thailand? Endless. That's what the job possibilities are. Endless. You can live a life over here. If you don't mind working 9 to 5 and you want to work in an international school and make 90 to 120,000 baht a month, which is $3,000 to $4,000, which is more astronomically more than you would need to live here. It would be probably just amazing, an amazing life, because my pay is less than half of the figure that I just gave you, the lowest end. Darren says, do you think there is a lack of genuine Thai females looking for Western companionship that do not work? We're going to have to remove that one because of the last 3 words there, but don't worry, Darren. No hard feelings. Robert's got it. I think there are genuine Thai females here. I met one. She did not work in the entertainment industry, but she didn't exactly know what she wanted with her life, and I think it was just bad timing. I don't think that her, I don't think that she had anything to do with why it didn't work out. I think it's just her nature. She's from up north and lives in a small village, and that's generally where you're going to find your really dependable Thai women. Generally, you're really dependable Thai girls, and there's also stuff here in places like Bangkok. There are plenty of reliable women that come here that they've gone to school here in Bangkok, but they grew up in the village, and that's they carry that mentality with them. So it's great, man. It's great. Tim says, if you get a request to review, say, a hotel or food joint, and you go there a lot in your personal life, will you review it for the channel? If I go there a lot in my personal life, sure. Otherwise, it would come out of the travel fund. Joel says, thanks for the answer. You are more than welcome, sir. Glad I could help. Not sure what message Robert deleted there. I'm sure he'll give you an explanation. Darren says, oh, wait, Travel TV says, if you have experience like that, you can get a college job in Thailand. That's true. You could teach probably at somewhere like Assumption or something like that. You might make close to 200,000 baht a month. I don't know. But you would live a very comfortable lifestyle with those kind of credentials. And yes, Travel TV is 100% correct on that. Darren says, not meaning for you, but in general. I don't know what he said first. Prince says, I could do an entire video series on dating Thai women just from the stuff I hear from Niece's friends. I'm sure you could. Robert's telling me to please use CV. Yes, please use CV. I know women who own their own businesses who rotate boyfriends in Europe. Yep. You'll find out that his message got deleted again. What did it say? Robert says Joel Bellenfant. He's talking to Joel. Said, are all those educational job opportunities on hold because you can't fly in right now and get a job. You would have to be in Thailand. If you're in Thailand and you have those credentials, you can get a job right now, because trust me, schools are hiring left and right now. Like right now. They don't have enough teachers over here. And that's something that they're going to have to look at some point. There's a lot of things Thailand's going to have to look at. There's a lot of things Thailand's going to have to do. And I think that I hope it comes out for the best for everybody. I really do. What Prince is talking about there, no women who own their own business who rotate boyfriends in Europe. So many times some of the working class girls will have sponsors, right? And they will be there. These rich guys go back to Europe or the States, whatever, and then they send these girls, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 about a month, whatever the case may be. And when they come to Thailand, they've already got a girlfriend, right? So when they come, they're taken care of the whole time that they're here by their girlfriend, that they pay 50, 60, 70,000 baht a month to. But they may run like a nail shop or, something like that. And it just happens to be closed for a month at some point. And when that happens, that the first time I ever dealt with that, I'm gonna be honest with you, I got fooled. I didn't know. I wasn't experienced to the sponsorship game and how that works. And that was in, you got to hear how this turns out. That was in the Philippines. So I started seeing this girl. She didn't want to take any pictures. She didn't want to be on Facebook with me. She didn't want to be on any of that stuff. So I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know what, because she kept coming over and she called me her boyfriend. And I was like, okay. Wonderful girl. I really enjoyed spending time with her. She was a lot of fun. But I told her, I said, listen, at the end of it, I kind of figured out after about 2 months, I was like, I couldn't even walk her out and walk her to her pickup driver, right? Or motorbike, taxi, whatever it was. She wouldn't even let me see them. I never got to meet any of her friends or anything like that. So I knew something was up. I just didn't know exactly what. And so here we are 3 years later, and we still follow each other on Facebook. And she is living in Charlotte, North Carolina, with a guy I went high school with. That was her sponsor the whole time, which is, to me, just absolutely hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. I could not believe it. And for anybody that doesn't believe me, if you ever meet me, I'll show you. I'll prove it to you, because I've got pictures. I took pictures of her. I never posted them because she asked me not to. In the Philippines with me, and now she's she's dating, or she might have married him by now. I don't know. I haven't checked in a while. A guy that lives in Charlotte that I went to high school with in the country out in close to Albemarle, out in Stanley County. John says, I think I'm going to hop off. Enjoy the stream. Good night, everybody. Okay, John. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Leave a thumbs up on your way out. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. We're not quite to the end yet, so I'm hoping for some. I'm hoping that we don't leave, and usually we don't. I'm hoping we don't leave one hungry traveler hung out there by himself, and his be the only contribution of the night, because that would be that would hurt my feelings. I don't want him to be the only contributor tonight. And maybe we can work that in somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe not. Either way, it doesn't matter. When people part with their money for the betterness, if that's even a word, of this channel, I'm I'm always honored, and I really take it seriously, because that means I'm putting out some content that you guys are enjoying, and it's worth it. Alpha says, do you do any member only streams? Yes. Where can we chat uncensored? I'm sure you have a lot of stories that aren't YouTube friendly. Hi. Yes, I do. And we can do those. We still have to make sure that we're, what I do is I put the members only live streams. I put we've had one so far. The members only stuff has only been around like 3 months, and I keep adding stuff to it, and maybe 4. But I keep adding stuff to it, and we keep trying things and trying other things to see if it'll work. But I definitely want to have a members only live stream. I want to get to the point where we have at least one every other week. What I did a couple weeks ago was I had a members only live stream before this stream. So we had like 30 minutes to talk about, whatever the case may be. Thank you for throwing up the PayPal link there, Mr. Robert. I appreciate that. But yeah, I definitely want to be able to share some of those things with you, Alpha, and the other guys too. There's a video on there. I encourage you to go watch, talking about special things in Bangkok that I explored for you guys, and maybe you can find some value in that. Certainly hope you do. Well, we got 37 likes. Can we get 3 more likes? And we'll start to wrap it up here in just a few minutes, I guess. I really hope. I really don't want to leave one hungry traveler out there to dry. He contributed $25, and like I said, if we still have 40 people watching, I don't know if everybody did 5, that would be the whole weekend right there for the goals that we set for the channel. Because unfortunately, AdSense is not our friend. It's not our friend anymore. However, we will definitely be picking up tomorrow. I assume that Mike and I will do a live stream tomorrow. Joe says you and Joe Rogan are my favorite YouTubers. Wow. Thanks for the comparison, man. That's awesome. Joe Rogan's like the most popular podcaster ever. But as far as I know, the last I heard from Mike, we'll be recording tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. And that's Bangkok time, so that'll be 9:30 p.m. on the East Coast. And that's always a fun chat to have, for sure. If something happens and Mike cannot make it, because he's really busy. Ashley, thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. So much. I've looked, and do you know that we now have 10% female viewers on this channel that are subscribed? I couldn't believe it. So that's very, very good. And thank you so much, Ashley. I appreciate that. That super sticker that says keep it up, and we will definitely keep it up. I think it'll all work out for the best in the end. This is going to be a channel that's going through a growing pain right now. I watched a video by a guy named Roberto Blake. Ashley says, always interesting content. I do my best. But thank you very much. I watch Roberto Blake's videos pretty regular because he has a lot to say about downtime. And when you, Roberto is your friend, that's awesome, dude. I wish I had a friend like him. Did you do his coaching program, Prince? That's probably how you know him, would be my guess. But I watch a lot of his videos, and he continuously talks about downtime, burnout. Like the other day, he left a post on Twitter that said, I felt I was going to get up and edit the video today, but I feel like my mental health is more important. I'm just going to stop. I'm going to sit down, and I'm going to take a break, and I'm just going to take the night off. What I hope to do after housekeeping leaves today is to go get a memory card reader, and then I'm going to break out my camera, and I'm going to make a whole bunch of videos on subjects that we haven't covered yet, but that need to be covered. Whether they're talking head videos or not, I don't know. Some of them will be walking and talking videos, and I'm going to have to get back to putting out some videos through the week, and also have to keep my channel members involved in this by letting them vote on content for the live streams, letting them vote for content on the videos that I make themselves. Prince says, I have a lot of ideas, content you can produce, JC. Well, Prince, I'll tell you what, buddy. We started off this thing talking about how the vast majority of expats will screw you over at some point in your life. So if you want to prove me wrong, I would genuinely appreciate those ideas. Genuinely appreciate them very, very much. And you have my Facebook Messenger. You can message me, and I would be very, very, very happy with that. Because I'm all about producing some good content. That's what makes channels grow. And it's been a while since I caught the algorithm. And it's been a while since I've had not good content. I have good content fairly consistently, I would say, on this channel. Last weekend, we had a great content. We had JoJo on Joanna. She's a Canadian expat, and we had her on. She's living in Pattaya, who is Gordon's girlfriend, and she did a fantastic job. I was really, really impressed. We're going to get her on again at some point in time. And we try to mix it up the best we can. Alpha says become a member and share them. Yeah, Prince has got his own channel. He's doing his own thing over there. I understand why he doesn't membership up and not. Prince is doing a good job on his channel. It's not his theme on his channel is not really my forte, so I don't watch a lot of his content, but I listen to what he has to say when he speaks. Urban says, I'll message you. Can't share them on a membership thing. I could get sued for sharing this stuff publicly. 10-4. Just feel free to message me anytime, man. All right. So if there are no more questions, comments, and are we really? Are we 100 Traveler and Ashley? Thank you so much for the contributions. I just hate that you guys are like the only two, because usually on Saturdays we have many that chip in. So I'm not 100% sure why that happened today. Somebody just took a like away. Ooh, that's not good. We have 40 likes. Usually we try to shoot for 50. I didn't get to read that comment. Urban says, whoa, I didn't know you had such a popular name, JC. Well, What do you mean? Popular name. Oh, I see. Okay. All right. I got your want to send me a message request. I will get to that as soon as this live stream is over. Ashley Cease has been watching for years at this point. That's good. Thank you, Ashley. I'm glad. I'm glad you're a loyal loyal follower. There are a lot of people loyal follower. I'll read that message in just a little bit. So, anyway, Princess, take your time. I'm getting ready to hit you with a motherload of info. Brother, bring on the info. Bring on the info, because one thing I am all about is learning. I'm all about learning. I'm all about learning. I don't mind failing, because failing will teach me to grow as a person, as a human, and do it right the next time. So, with that being said, guys, I just want to say, for those of you who monetarily contributed, thank you very, very, very much. I genuinely, gratefully appreciate you spending your hard-earned money helping this channel continue to grow. And hopefully we'll have some nice videos for you guys after next weekend. I don't know that there will be live streams next weekend. It all depends on what we do, because I really want to be able to take a little bit of a vacation too. So what's the best website to look for teaching jobs with masters in education? Ajarn is a good one, but if you would just Google teaching jobs in Thailand for masters in education. If you just Google that, you'll find plenty of them, Joel. There's 100,000 websites over here. What you don't want to do is, try not to use an agency, okay? Because they're going to take some of your pay. And they're also, while they claim to get the job done a little bit faster for you, I don't think that's always the case. And they can be very shady. There are a lot of, I just read this morning about some Thai lady getting arrested for using fake stamps on visas. So, try to stay away from an agency if possible, and do a direct hire. Both my jobs have been direct hires. I have not used an agency and have no interest in using an agency. So, anyway, with all that being said, I really love you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me on a Saturday. If by some chance there's no live stream with Mike tomorrow, I will have a live stream. But there should be no reason that Mike and I don't get together tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow, either for the Bangkok boys, the boys of Bangkok live stream. And yeah, that was a good question, Travel TV. That was a good question. I want to thank Alpha for becoming welcome to the channel members. Thank my moderators, Roger and Robert, and anybody else that was in here that was a moderator. I should have gave Montelli a wrench. I don't know why I didn't. But anyway, Montelli, you will be able to start your live stream on time, as I am going to eject myself from here. Anybody that leaves, please remember to hit the thumbs up button on your way out, and subscribe to the channel. If you have not already subscribe to the channel and hit the thumbs up, but not thumbs up, hit the bell notification and then choose all, and you will get a notification for every piece of content that comes out of Domorelife. There are 700 plus videos on this channel, more than enough content for you to watch my journey through traveling life. And whatever you guys do today, be sure you do more life. Take care. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Peace.